My dear brothers and sisters, in today's gospel passage, we heard about the Feast of the Tabernacles, also called Feast of the Booths or Tents. When they recall the history of the Jewish people, we realize that after Yahweh had freed them from Egypt, from the yoke of slavery, they traveled quite a distance to come to the promised land. On the way, they pitched tents, or you call them tabernacles, or you call them booths, to spend the nights. This is a feast that we celebrate today. The Jews celebrated Feast of the Tabernacles, when they celebrate more or less not the temples as such or tabernacles, but God providing them a care, a shelter, a roof over them at night when they moved from one end to the other till they reached the promised land. So Jews also went for this feast, being a Jew. And there we heard two reactions of people. One reaction was the common folk, who saw in him a man, more than a man, a prophet, more than a prophet. They were taken aback by his teaching, and more so by his miracles, the wonders he worked. They admired him, they were astonished at his teaching, and yet they were in a dilemma. Because they said, we know from where he came. We know his parents, we know his so-called his cousin, brothers, sisters, we know. And we also know that when the Messiah comes, we want to know from where he came. So they're confused. Is this the Messiah? He is, because he performed wonders. But he can't be, because we know where he came from. So they're in dilemma. The other dilemma is the other Jews, the religious people, who in a way close their minds and hearts to see in this man a Messiah. Though in the first chapter of St. John we read, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word dwelt among us. This means that God sent His Son in the world and pitched His tents among us. This is what the authorities would not recognize or see because they close their minds and hearts. As we are in this season of Lent, there are times when we are in dilemma, especially when you find ourselves in such sicknesses, we don't know where to go. We come to the church, we pray, and God doesn't seem to answer our prayers. Then we feel like going elsewhere. We feel like going elsewhere. Some of us succumb to it. Elsewhere, I mean, you know what I mean by elsewhere. So we succumb to it. So we're in dilemma. So at this moment when we're in dilemma, let's not forget, God walks with us in a journey of life. As I said yesterday, He walks with us, and when we're in dilemmas, He lifts us in our hands and carries us. We ask God that when we face such dilemmas, not to lose our faith in God, but always to believe that He is with us and walking with us our life's journey.